Hello everyone, Montana Coin Collecting here, and we're going to do the first video in the series of penny roll searches. Let me really quickly apologize for the quality of the audio. If it's a little soft, I am just going to do a headset mic. Unfortunately, the proper microphone I wanted to get, I could not afford. The actual one I wanted is $210. Let me actually show you here on Amazon real quick. There it is. $210 for this microphone setup. It's exactly what I want, but unfortunately I could not afford that. So we are using a cheap headset mic. But hey, if you guys want to help me get that, I do have a 10-ounce silver bar from Engelhard Classic Tall Eagle design, which I actually slapped a price at $220 on that, which is $210 to pay for the mic set and $10 for the shipping and handling on the bar. But that's not the point of the video. Let's see here. So, today we are doing a penny roll, which is actually a steel cent roll. We already got a pretty good idea what we'll find in there. I'm guessing a lot of steel, which would be obvious. I have opened the roll already and started going through it. Because of editing and whatnot, I don't have a proper camera that can actually film the search. The webcam I've been using up to now, as is proven in the previous videos, not good quality for coin search. So what we're going to do is a cut to video. I'll be going through the pennies, setting aside the good ones, and what I'll do is cut to the coins that we're going to put under the scope. We're going to use the coin scope for pretty much everything. We're not going to do every penny, just the ones worth putting on it to take a closer look at. So right off, just to show you, this is one I pulled out of the roll. It's 1, 2 that are actually no rust, that are still clean, but they have not been cleaned. So just in case you're not familiar with the steel cent, there it is, 1943 steel wheat penny. Alright, so we've gone through them, and I was looking, because you might think, well, if we know they're all steel pennies, what's the point in searching through them? What we're looking for are the R2 that I'm aware of, errors and varieties in the steel cents. The 1943 double die steel cent, which actually is not a clear double die like you'd see like on the 55 or the 69S DDOs. How this presents is like fat. Like these numbers would be very, very much thicker than they are here. I'm actually, I can thank Half Dollar Make You Holler for making me aware of this error, because I did not know about it till I watched their video on it. It's something they uploaded a couple years ago. I forgot about. I was watching recently. If you go check it out, I'll try to link the video in the description. They do show that there's clear, pronounced, thicker designs, especially on the number 9 on that tail there. It just gets real thick. And then the second one is the 1943D double mint, where the Denver mint is struck on there twice and kind of overlapping. So those are what we were looking for. Unfortunately, I did not find either of those. But I did find something interesting. The majority of the pennies here are all S marks. There was 4 Denver and about 7 Phillies. None of them DDO, or none of them doubled. The rest of them are all S. Now I want to show you, because this is curious. So this is just a 1943 S, nothing special here. And here we're going to look at, here's another one, 1943 S, standard, clean, you can read it clear. Here you can see this, and it's kind of experiment. The 1, 9, and 3 are quite clear, pronounced. The S is still visible, but the 4 is almost non-existent. Now this, you can pretty sure I don't have an arrow, unfortunately, to drag around my camera like Seeker does. I need to put that in here. But you can see actually a little bit of the detail, like on the S on the top, the S there. A little bit on the tail of 3 that it is worn a bit. So this is most likely rubbing or deterioration that just rubbed the 4 away. But and you can also tell the design of the 4 there, what's left, is thicker. So it's definitely actually been worn off because it's thicked out. It's thicker. The metal was drawn out, spread out due to wear and tear. Looks like a strike through, but because of these details, you can tell it's rubbed off. And here it is again. Again, pretty clear, but the 4 is a bit beefy, so it's definitely pressed metal. Again, deterioration inside of the 3 on the side close to the 4, and the S has some pronounced detail, but is again pushed down. Wear. It's curious that every time I see it, it's always in that area, but so we get into some others here, are set aside. Again, 1-9 is pretty pronounced, 3 is mostly there, a little bit of wear, the 4 is worn down a bit, still partly there. You notice it keeps happening across the 4 into the S, but here we get into the ones that are really interesting. The 4 doesn't appear to be there at all, and the design is still narrow. It doesn't look like it's pressed out at all. It looks like to be a very weak strike, and there, actually you can barely see that there used to be an S on there, or it never was on there, like a weak strike. However, you can, on the inside of the 3, there's breakage on the tail, on the hook in the middle. It does make it look like it may have been rubbed off, but rubbed off in a way that did no damage to the planchet underneath the numbers. So we can probably attribute that to wear and tear. But then we go on to these last 2 here. So again, the 4 does not exist. You can see a shadow of where it was supposed to be pressed on. And same with the S mint mark. But they're not there. Even out from under the scope, under a magnifying loupe, everything, dealer's loupe, naked eye, you can see a faint shadow of where they were supposed to be, but there is no material there at all. Makes it look like a grease strike through. And then this last one, again, we have the same thing, only a little more clear. Actually, a lot more clear. The 19 and 3, 1943, very clear, no wear, or very little wear. No, it's not pressed down at all. The metal's not drawn. But the 4 clearly is not there at all. It's got sharp, defined outline showing it was never worn down. The S, very similar. It's still clear. It has its serifs. It's pretty clear, but there's no material there. And then if you notice on the 4, if you look immediately under it, it even has a shadow like it was double struck. There's just a little shadow of a 4 right below that one. It's very curious. It looks like a grease strike through. It might be. I don't know. Leave your guys' opinions and thoughts about it in the comments below. But these are all that I found that were interesting in this particular roll. So again, I'll show the seller here on eBay again. Boom. So I got these from this seller here, DDUN2947, and it was pretty much as advertised. They certainly weren't brilliant uncirculated, as they put in the title, but there were definitely a variety of different grades, mostly rust free. A lot of them did have rust though, but not bad. I wouldn't say it was worth the $14 at all. Definitely stand to knock the price down just a couple bucks, but maybe $10 for the roll. But not too bad, and it definitely helps build up the steel stack. Alright, so that will end this video. Thank you again everyone for watching. Have a great day. Stay safe out there.